Welcome back to another Sick Podcast Anvil Show. It's your boy Clyde. I am on time this week. I am not in uniform. Some shit fell behind me a couple weeks ago. I need to put that up. Hopefully we can pan out of that, Sammy, because that looks really, really bad. But tonight we're going to talk some good stuff. We're going to talk about what happened while we were out at Super Bowl Media Week a couple weeks back. We'll talk about all things Michael Pittman, as that seems to be a hot button here in the Colts family. And then lastly, we'll kind of jump into what PFF grades as their top 10 free agents and who Chris Ballard may have on his radar. So, lot to talk about, much to say about it. But before that, Sammy, start me up, please.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. And Bill Show.
Intercepted! Marlon Jackson! Marlon's got it! We're going to the Super Bowl! We're going to the Super Bowl! Marlon Jackson with the interception! He picked off Tom Brady!
The sickest Indianapolis Colts podcast. It's gonna be sick.
It's going to be sick. Let's go ahead and do the readout, I believe. Are they still paying us? I think they are. So, DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use DraftKings code 6sports to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 on any NFL bet. I'm guessing that's over with because the season's over, but maybe you could put bets on who's going to win it all next year. I have no idea, but we'll keep paying them. They'll keep paying us, and we'll keep reading it. So with that said, Sammy, please bring in Frick and Frack. Just like that. There they go. Ooh, that is an eyesore. I got to fix that behind me. I don't like that. Okay. Welcome, fuckers. Pizza Planet.
Come on.
Pizza fucking Planet.
Best damn pizza around, son.
Best damn pizza around. Okay, well, before we do all that, while we have you to start this show, please like, subscribe, follow on all the things, YouTube, Facebook, the X. At the X, you can find us all at our own taglines, our hashtags, or whatever they call these shits. I'm at Colts Clyde, or handles, or whatever I said, hashtags. Where are you at, country?
At Big Country Colts.
And P.
Big P Colts.
Still the worst of them all. But please get the numbers up on YouTube. The Facebook is continually growing. But get the YouTube numbers up, please. And it's not even for us to make money. It's just for us to make sense. Right? Like, I'll put it to you like this, man. I'm a very competitive person. The Sick Podcast has some heavy hitters out here. Our network has some heavy hitters. Now, sometimes you're just not going to be able to compete. But we should be competing a little bit better than what we are.
Or shit. We can compete with anybody.
Okay, Pat. There you go. I thought you were a humble giant. You sound like an arrogant asshole right now.
Not when it comes to competition.
All right, and with that, let's officially smash this. Biatch. That is the official sound of the anvil. We are live. It is time to do it. So, fellas, that is a creepy ass whatever the fuck.
You know why I was doing it.
That was sinister, bro. I don't like nothing about that. Like, oh, that was not good. But anyway,
it's because he found the snake in my boot.
Okay, you're going to start the night off.
No snake in nowhere near you.
You shouldn't be looking for snakes, boots, none of that. That's weird. Stop it. Stop it, guy to my right, your left, if you're looking that way, and whatever. Don't get me started on that again. It's sick. Okay, no, but let's do this. All right. Let me have a moment here. Okay. So let's talk about Super Bowl Media Week, how amazing that was. First out, shout out to Sammy and the family. Finally got to meet his entire family in person. So Anello, of course, is his father. Rosie's his mom. Juliana is his sister. Amazing family. Of course, Sammy is an amazing, I won't call him a kid. That's disrespectful. Amazing young man. But yeah, man, like just being there with the Sick Podcast family, to include Adam Rank. It was incredible, bro. Like, if you want to talk about who is who of who's who in the media and NFL entertainment world, all was there. Right. And you can run it down, man. Like, who did I actually meet? Dr. Oz, Spice Adams, Scary Terry. Uh, let me see, a couple Instagram comedians that people may not know. Met those guys, shook hands with everybody. Everybody was seemingly nice. Now, I will say this: in having access like that, having that media badge, you kind of you gotta kind of carry yourself like you've been. So if you've never been, you just got to act like you've been. Because what I'm getting at is you can become starstruck pretty quick. Like Emmitt Smith 1 second, Deion Sanders the next, The Rock the next, Pat McAfee, Cam Newton. It's just fucked like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't keep up. But these guys are usually pretty busy. So they're on a mission because literally when you're in Radio Row, there are booths set up everywhere, and of course, you're gonna have the heavy hitters. The Pat McAfee show, NBC is gonna have their booth, and ESPN have their booth. So you're gonna have the heavy hitters, but then you have all the smaller guys, podcasts, radio shows, Sirius XM, you name it. They're kind of all in the middle, but all these players and all of these personalities are funneling right through. Joe Montana was within arm reach. I said, "Hey, Joe." He said, "Hey, how you doing?" And just kept walking. It's crazy, right? So you have the opportunity to see some of the players that you may grew up watching, idolizing, and you have the opportunity to talk to them and meet them. But I'm telling you, the publicists are not to be fucked with. They will tell their person, "We got to go. We got to move. Got to move. Got to move." One thing that I wish, because we found out too late, because we ended up talking to him on my last day. But Chris Sims is fucking awesome. Like Chris Sims is the most down to earth, and I get it. Like he has to be professional when he's on TV and all that shit. But Jared from Talking Titans got to ask him some good questions, and we end up interviewing him twice because won't throw nobody under the bus on Sick Podcast, but somebody's phone ran out of storage and it just stopped on us, right? And like I couldn't stop the interview because that would have just been crazy. So as soon as it wrapped, I let Jared know, like, bro, you only got like 40 seconds of that before the phone died. And then so we end up getting another phone. We go find Chris again, and he's like, "You sick fucking idiots! Like we just did this shit. We got to do it again." What the fuck kind of circus are y'all running? And he just like, he kind of gave us some shit a little bit. But then he did another great take for us, and it was a fucking amazing. But he's just a low key, down to earth guy. He's from Jersey, so he got that Jersey kind of swag to him. But yeah, so if you see him in the future, wherever, if he's out at the NFL draft, the combine, and even if you don't have access to get back there, just grab Chris Sims. If you see him, I guarantee you he'll give you an interview. Dude is amazing. Cool dude. But that was a great experience, man. Like it was really eye-opening. I think we had like 12 million something views from all of our podcasts and all of the media stuff that we were posting, which is incredible. I got to interview Michael Pittman, which we're going to talk about here briefly. Got to interview now it's missing I'm missing his name, but it was a Raiders player, which is a cool guy too. I'm sorry, I can't call his name off the top of my head. But yeah, I just got to talk to some great people. LT, I got to fucking talk to LT. I couldn't get an interview with him, but I got to talk to LT. Like some arguably say it's the best player to ever play defense in NFL. Lawrence Taylor is insane. Like, so I can't.
Insane.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, bro. Like we had like I say minute and a half just chatting. I was like, this is fucking LT. Like, holy fucking shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, you could become starstruck pretty quickly, but like if you just act like you've been there and just walk around and be respectful, like people notice you, man. So hell of an experience. It is exhausting as shit. Long days. I mean, it's so much you need to try to get in front of. It's so much that you need to try to like get for content that it's just busy. But the opening night ceremony was fucking amazing. Like I'm on the field, so going back to opening night, I got to ask questions to try to get the heavy dogs. Tried to get Pat Mahomes, nope. Just too many people around. Tried to get Kelsey, nope. Too many people around. But I did get Andy Reid. I got Harrison Bucker. I got Isaiah Pacheco. And then as far as I got Chris Jones. And then I was able to get for the Niners, couldn't get the heavy hitter. CMC had a line around the block, but I got Ayuk, I got Debo, I got the coach Shanahan, and I think I got one other guy. I got Andy Reid too, the coach. So it was fucking cool. Like being like seeing this shit on TV for so many years, and people just ask questions. I'm like, fuck, I'm that person now. It's fucking crazy. And I gotta give you that credit, Pat. Shout out to you from when you first made me ask my very first question at training camp. And I want to say it was Gus fucking Bradley. And lo and behold, I can't stand that fucking guy. What is that about? Let me Omaha myself. But he gave me that initial.
It's not
confidence.
the guy that you can't stand. It's the scheme.
It's the fucking scheme. You're right. But you gave me the confidence at training camp a couple of years back to ask my very first question. Told me don't be a bitch, basically, because I was like, he's like, jump in there and say it. And I fucking finally said it. So, and now I'm fucking fearless. I don't give a fuck. I'll ask anybody anything. Anyway, so
that's what it takes, baby.
That was the experience, man. It was fucking phenomenal. So great things are happening here at the Sick Pod Colts or Sick Podcast Anvil Show. Depends on where you follow us. But we're doing great things. So again, shout out to Sammy and his family for actually scoring those credentials and allowing me to be there to represent our podcast.
Now, can I jump on what you was alluding to there as far as all the people at the Super Bowl? To me, the combine is the same way. Just you don't get all the active people there. Like I've never seen LT there. I've never seen Deion Sanders, The Rock, people like that. I've never seen anybody like that. But all the hitters for the organizations are always at the combine. Dan Marino's been there, Brady Quinn, all the coaches, all the GMs, So if you get a chance, come out to the combine. If you don't know what's going on, go to visitindy.com and they've got a list of all the activities, all the hotels, everything. Just go to Visit Indy and you will find your way around real easy. And to me, the combine's my Disney World. I love it.
NFL, also quit trying to take our shit, bro. Like every year here recently, for the last 2 years, we've had to get told, yay, it's coming back. No, we've been holding that down since 87. Stop fucking with us, right? Like, I get it. Everything else is kind of roving, right? So they rove the Pro Bowl now. For years and years, it was at, in Hawaii Stadium. But they rove that around now. They definitely rove the NFL draft. For years and years, it was at Radio City in New York. They've been roving that around now for probably almost 10 years now. But some things need to remain the same. Leave us alone. It went from the RCA Dome to Lucas Oil. Leave us the fuck alone. Stop trying to take our shit. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, moving on. Okay, so one thing I did get to do. Now, there was and I wish we had the sound bite, but we don't. And plus, my mic was acting goofy. But anywho, just neither here or there. So immediately after everyone seen Michael Pittman on the, I think it was on the NFL Network when he gave his interview. Immediately after, I had a chance to talk to him. Now, I was listening in on what was being said, so I didn't want to, follow that with the exact same questions because that would just show like no gamesmanship on my part. So I was over there talking to his agent, over there talking to his publicist, talking to his people, ensuring that I could at least get 30 to 45 seconds. So I had to say, hey, after Mike's done, I know he's busy. Can I get 45 seconds? And they were looking like, I was like, 45 seconds. I was like, and I had my Colts hat on. I was like, come on, man. Like, I know he ain't seen another Colts fan out here. Just give me my 45 seconds. So they gave me my 45 seconds. So I wanted to start that with, hey, congratulations to you and your family. You guys just had an emu on your family farm. And that immediately he looked at me like, oh, this motherfucker, like he really knows me. So, okay, I'm fucking with you now. So we locked in. He's like, oh yeah, congrats, thank you. So then, I asked him, what it was going to potentially be like his first free agency. He was like, well, I'm not a free agent yet, but I love it at Indy, but I just still kind of want to, see what's out there, that type of thing. But that was coming from him getting off the stage and basically saying like he will not forgo his future success for comfortability. He said his entire life is in Indy. He's loved it there. He loves it there. He loves his team, but he just wants to see, what that means going forward as far as like what is potentially out there for him. Don't blame the guy. And so a lot of things are kind of being said back and forth. People are really stretching the truth here. He just had a cow or something. and the cow's name Bluey or some shit, or Blue or some shit. I don't know. It's like, oh, this is a sign that he's staying, because who would get a cow and have a farm and like name it Blue and then move? Like, what? Like, to me, none of that has anything to do with what this man is going to do. So let's just open the floor to Michael Pittman. He's actually spoken now. We know what he said before the season, that he was going to do his due diligence, play out his contract. He had a fucking monster season, his best of them all. And now it's time for somebody to put up and shut up. Either that's his team or it's Chris Ballard and his team. What are we going to do? So we talked about this before, but now I feel like it has a little bit more life to it. So what do you think Michael Pittman does? We'll start with Country, because he's just over there looking at his phone or going to sleep or turning red, or I don't know what the fuck he's doing. So we'll start with you.
I'm always red.
Okay, Hellboy. Fucking Hellboy over
here. I mean, honestly, if he really truly believes Indy's his home, he's going to stay here. He has good, he knows that there's a bright future at Indy, which is going to be a selling point for him. I mean, as far as money goes, who knows what he's going to get paid, what he'll turn down, what he'll want. That's here or there for the moment. But I think, he'll just go where his heart tells him to go, in a more emotional standpoint. But I mean, right now, the way the league is, and if he wants to stay competitive and have a bright future Super Bowl win, I think he stays in Indy. But I mean, something might catch his eye, something another team might say, who knows? But I think he's still going to stay in Indy regardless. Because, they're going to pay at least somebody to come replace him, whether it be Mike Evans or, whoever's on that free agent market, or even, replace him with a draft pick. So who knows?
Have you met Chris Ballard? He's even going to replace him. Never mind. Anyway, yes, we will replace him. I'm going to look at you like you're looking at me. Okay, because you're like, that's psycho. Like, anyway, we don't bring big boy free agents in here. We're going to pretend like we do. We're going to talk about it. We're going to make ourselves feel
Chris
like
said he's really going to look at free agency this year, so we'll see.
Also, I think I might actually try to make the NBA this year too. We'll see. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Patrick.
I hear you, Spud Webb. Bruh.
Patrick.
Muggsy looking motherfucker. Dude.
This some bitch. All right, Pat. Now, today is the day that opened the floor for tagging. And we've heard Chris Ballard say that the free agent, listen to me, that the franchise tag is a tool. That's his favorite word, tool. It is a tool. Now, we have yet to see him use that tool in all of his time here. So with that said, Patrick, will he use the franchise tool to potentially pay other players? And Michael Pittman seemingly doesn't have an issue if he does. What are your thoughts?
I will say this. If he does use it, it's only to finish negotiations.
Okay.
Now, do I blame or am I upset with Michael Pittman testing the waters? Absolutely not.
No.
Doesn't mean he's not a Colt. Doesn't mean he doesn't want to be a Colt.
Right.
It means he's smart. He's intelligent. Yes. And when there is something in life that could potentially change going forward, you have to do your due diligence. You have to make sure it's the best fit for yourself, your family, and your bank account.
Facts.
You don't just quit one job and go to another without checking out that employer, checking out the benefits. To me, when these players do that, that's no different than us changing jobs. If we don't like our supervisor, we're going to start looking for another job. If we don't like our pay, we're going to start looking for another job. But that doesn't mean we're going to take the first thing that comes at us.
What if you don't like your co-host? Do you look for another job?
No. You just put up with him.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Keep fucking with me, and I'm out of here.
So, are you trying to say something about Acosta? If you are, just speak it.
Well, motherfucker, keep calling me Spud Webb. It's gonna be a fucking problem. Some
I mean,
bitch.
if you prefer
Anyway,
Muncie.
back to what you were saying,
Yeah,
Patrick.
so that's the way I look at it, and hopefully Chris can get the job done. We all like Pitt. We all like what he produces. We like the dog in him. We like how he jumps over everybody and fights his ass all the way down to the ground to keep the ball.
Is blocking all the things. Absolutely.
Everything. I don't want him to leave.
Damn, you crying?
But
Oh, shit.
That was a fucking great.
Terrible. That was terrible timing.
it was
That's
it was
fucking great.
it was like a hiccup and burp at the same time.
I don't want to.
I don't want him to leave. Fuck it, I'll cry. I'll get my feel goods. I
Mike
love
Pitt,
Pitt, man.
you got Big P crying. Mike Pitt, don't leave. That's fucking awesome.
That's
but
awesome.
and all honestly though, I don't think Chris is gonna let him walk.
I hope not.
I think he'll get the deal done. Sooner rather than later. That way we're not going into training camp with another contract issue. Blah 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 blah.
Learn that lesson. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. So with that said, before we jump into our last little bit, because we're gonna be on time tonight. Fuck that. Do we? No, not do we. Is he the most important free agent signing for us? Priority wise. Ooh. Nobody want to take it? Fuck it, I'll take it. I'll take it. Y'all looking at me like I don't know what he's doing. You're looking at me like I don't know.
You will take it.
It's so fucking weird, bro. Omaha. We need a pause button, bro.
Bruh.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I'll take this one. Yes, he is the most important free agent we have to sign. Why? Because my follow-up question after I asked him that, I said, okay, Mike, before I let you go, just gotta know. Is AR the real deal? He said yes. I said yes. So with that said, he understands, like almost everybody, that the potential, because that's the only word we can use, the potential for Anthony Richardson and his core group, whoever that is fucking to the moon. And the last thing I said to him, I was like, well, we need you back. And he kind of smiled. Now we've heard Zaire, we've heard Jonathan Taylor, we've heard EJ Speed, we've heard Josh Allen say, look, there's a lot of people with strong arms in the NFL, but Richardson might have the strongest of all of us. It's to the moon. Okay. So to me, that's what makes Michael Pittman this guy. Why? Because now in 4 years, he's had 4 different quarterbacks, even more if you include like Ellinger coming there a little bit. He's had multiple quarterbacks that he's played with, and he's continued to improve and get better. Now, we need more touchdowns. He only has 15 total touchdowns in his career. But, I mean, he just had 1,150 yards last year, 109 receptions with Gardner. No knock on Gardner, but that's an adjustment playing with Gardner. The year before, Matt Ryan. The year before that, Carson Wentz. Like fucking on and on and on. The year before that, his rookie year, was that Jacoby? Was Jacoby his rookie year? Phillip. My bad, Phillip. So, yeah. I keep forgetting that Phillip snuck in there for 1 year. So, four quarterbacks in 4 years, and he's constantly improving. So if you give him consistency, and that consistency is dynamic, and that consistency also brings behind him number 28 that's already signed for the next 3 to 4 years, and you already know how dynamic he is, the offensive line is going to improve. And when Josh Downs is there, and we got a ton of tight ends, might draft another, so on and so forth. You want stability. You want consistency. So this is no knock to Mike Evans. It's no knock to any other receiver that may come in, but I want our own guy first. And then an addition. So he's the number 1 guy for me.
Agreed.
Absolutely
agreed.
All right. Too easy.
100.
I like being right.
And the thing is, Ballard said this from day one. He's going to build this team from the draft.
Yeah.
That's his guy. That's his pick.
That's his pick. Fact. Okay. And I will say, shit, you know what else is kind of, if you being honest about it, not only is that his pick, keep this in mind. There was a draft or so before where he didn't take certain guys. Like he didn't take, the DK Metcalfs in 2019. He didn't take, fucking
Gary Terry.
Terry. He didn't take, AJ Brown. Now, all these guys potentially would have been second rounders too, because that was the year that we traded back, end up getting Rocky Sin. So he waited the following year to get Michael Pittman. So I'm not saying that hindsight being 2020, this, that, or the other, but I'm saying whatever he didn't see in those guys to take them the year before, he seen in Michael Pittman and was comfortable taking them where he took them. And he knows how good those other guys are already that we mentioned. He knows how good his guy is. And like I said, I think he'll bet on his guy instead of having to do that all over again. Just my thoughts on that. Okay, so
100.
last but not least, and we'll make this quick. So by no means are we saying this is the overall top 10 free agents coming out this year, but PFF, a well-respected organization, does this every year. When it comes to free agents, they do it every year. When it comes to just ranking who they think's the best at positions, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes people use this shit as clickbait to say, hey, this is why my team is better than yours, all this other nonsense. But currently, the top 10 free agents by them, ranked by them now, Kirk Cousins at number 1. Stretch. Chris Jones, absolute dog. Josh Allen from the Jags, dog. Brian Burns from the Panthers, dog. T. Higgins, dog. Christian Wilkins, dog. I'm going to jack his name up, but we'll just call him Justin M. from the Jags, dog. Antoine Winfield Jr., dog. Jalen Johnson, dog. Ladarius Sneed, dog. Now, I'm calling them dogs because dogs got to be fed, and they going to get fed some big checks, some giant checks. We know we're walking in the door somewhere in the mid, like 52, 53 million. We might do some other cuts to bring us up a little bit more. But currently, I think, is it the Bears or the Texans? One of them have 71 million, so they got a little bit more money to play with. Honestly, on this list, I see one guy that I honestly think Chris could probably make a deal with that wouldn't like break the entire money bank for us. And that's number 9, Jalen Johnson. Bringing in an experienced corner, put on the other side of Brent's, let Jones continue to grow and learn. We still have Kenny at the nickel. That's a decision we got to make. But I think instantly, the cornerback room improves with a guy like Jalen Johnson, just like it improved when we brought in, Stephon Gilmore, even though he was much further into his career. That's my thoughts on that. So, out of this list, and being practical, knowing your GM, is there anybody even on here that you think legit has a chance to be signed by Chris Ballard? Legitly. My guy's Jalen Johnson, as I said. Can't steal my guy.
Man, I'm looking at this list, and I don't see it.
Just
I don't even know. I don't even know if he can get Jalen. These guys are going to warrant big paydays.
Now wait a minute. Now Hellboy over here, he just said that Chris said he's going to take a deep dive into free agency this year, a harder look. So that's gonna cost him some money. Like he's not looking harder. Like when you're about to make that decision on, hey, I'm finally gonna spend this money on this sports car. You're not going into that knowing that every bell and whistle is gonna cost you top dollar. So
you just get it.
You just get it. So okay, you know the areas that need to be improved, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking at this list, and I'm not even saying this list is where Chris Ballard's head even is, but if you know we need improvement in certain areas, which is why I chose corner, where would you go on this list? I'm talking to you, Acosta.
Oh man, I just see so many scenarios in my head for all these different positions. I hate to do this, but this will be the scenario I'll put out there. If we so happen to lose,
yep, here it
Grover,
comes. I knew it.
Chris Jones.
I fucking knew it.
But if the price is right, I think we can get Antoine Winfield. If the price is right.
What about our own guy? We got a guy back there already. Antoine Winfield
Veteran
plays
presence.
safety. We got
Veteran
Blackman.
presence.
Okay, well, true.
We got
But
Blackman, Cross really
That's what.
stepped up.
That's what I'm saying though. Like we have our guys, yes, but if the price is right, a veteran presence in that deep defensive backfield, Antoine Winfield, for sure.
okay.
But I think the more logical one, if we lose Grover, would be Chris Jones. If Chris is going to pay out the money, because Chris Jones is going to want a payday, for sure.
Absolutely.
Chris Jones.
All those names are going to be looking for a payday.
I mean, I'm trying to.
I just don't see the Jags getting rid of Josh Allen. I just can't see that.
Yeah, that'll be insane.
I can't see the Chiefs getting rid of Jones.
They already
had a dispute.
Yeah,
they already had a dispute. What, beginning of this year, or last year's season?
And keep this in mind. Now, listen. Okay, by no means am I saying Chris Ballard can still be tied to KC as far as like, hey, he helped build that roster, because a lot of that is turned over. But Chris Jones was one of those guys when he came out of Mississippi State. That
Just
was
like Justin Houston.
It's like 2015 or something like that. So, I mean, maybe there's still something there. He's 29.
Maybe.
Well, I'm saying like maybe there's still like a connection there. Like, hey, okay, look, but listen, let's slow down for a second. Because I love Grover Stewart. Don't get me wrong. Absolute beast. But can you imagine having Defoe and Chris Jones next to each other? I don't even think that's not even real. I'm not even playing, bro. Like, and this is no knock on Grove at all, but Defoe is legit 6'7", maybe pushing 8. Chris Jones is legit 6'6". Defoe's in the 280, 290 range. Chris Jones in the 320 range. Can you fucking imagine?
Defoe registered at 300 at the beginning of the season last year.
Okay, so he's up higher than I thought he was. But can you imagine the pressure of the fucking center calling this shit out with these two bitches in front of you? I mean, Defoe plays a traditional 3 technique, and he's already getting doubled and everything else, and he's still putting pressure on boys left and right. And if you want, and this is the thing, because people don't even really understand this. If you really want to manufacture pass rush, what is the interior doing? So if you can get the interior to literally be like, we got to put all our attention there, I guarantee you Sampson and fucking Kwity Paye have career years. So there's something to be said about, do we just go draft another pass rusher or potentially pay a pass rusher when we already got a couple good ones? But wonder if we take a chance and get, and again, this is no knock on Grove. I know he's a fan favorite, but we go get a legit, bona fide, all pro, multiple Super Bowl winning champ to come be next to number 99. 95 and 99 next to each other. Opens the flood. Shit, I might get 3 sacks next year playing right in. Because ain't nobody going to be looking. Who the fuck going to worry about me? they got to worry about 95 and 99. I'm free all day, baby. Let's go get sacks. So
just the first thing that comes to mind is like, I know it's not likely of us to do it because we very rarely did it, but can you imagine the stunt plays with that line?
And
holy shit.
And shit, since we got to sit here and, watch ourselves get cut slowly with 1,000 little paper cuts because we don't blitz, what better way to manufacture a 4-man pass rush than having 2 absolute beasts inside, just absolutely destroying the interior and all of the focus there, and you now have the pass rush you want? Because shit, we got a 4 or 5 rotation when it comes to our rushers. You can go to Dangbo, you got Kwity Paye, you got Sampson Abukum. Who else am I missing on that rotation for the pass rush?
Kyle.
Well, I said
you already said that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
And then you have the other guy. Fuck. Why can't I think? If we bring him back, Tyquan Lewis. Like, these dudes all had decent years.
And the rookie. Atomwa did really well.
Yep. Atomwa. Yep.
He
Everybody
done
had
really
decent
well.
years. It could be that. I mean, that would be a play from hell. This is no knock on Chris Ballard, but he just to me he hasn't ever operated in like a on like a what's the dude from Philly, like a Leary, is that his name? Leary, their GM. He just goes and buys everybody. Leary's like, yeah, bring
Uh, Roseman, Howie Roseman, for the
Roseman.
Eagles.
I think that's the owner. I thought Leary was
Uh,
the GM. I don't know.
no, Roseman.
Whoever, whatever the fuck it is.
Howie.
Whoever the GM is, he goes and fucking buys everybody. And, that's not Chris Ballard. But that could be the play. And I would be a happy man. But I don't know. Kansas City got things they got to do. Are they going to franchise one? Talking about Ladarius Sneed. I know Chris Jones don't want nothing to do with no franchise tag. He sat out last year. They did that whole thing.
Set out
Yeah.
5 games.
Set out 5 games last year. So I definitely don't think they want to do that dance again. They know how important he is. He basically the last couple drives changed the game in the Super Bowl. Definitely changed the game in Buffalo when Josh Allen had that wide open touchdown pass. It was him that put his hands up or pressured him and made Josh throw it early. That ended up being a field goal. The rest is history. So yeah, super important dude.
He is a game changer.
Is a game
Absolutely.
changer. All right, so Chris Ballard, you heard this here. You heard it here first. Go get Chris Jones. Make it happen. Yeah, fucking right. But no, yeah. So that's my thoughts, man. And again, like it is the exciting time of the year. Yes, it is over. We gotta fucking sit back and get through the long summer. But hey, franchise tag period is open. Legal tampering starts next week. The draft I'm sorry, not the draft. The combine starts next week.
Next week.
Holy shit. Then the draft will follow in April. And then before you know it, they'll start OTAs and mini camps and all that shit. And it's like shit, they'll be right back. Right. So now everybody's just watching the progression of AR5 because mid to late last week he was seen throwing and that shit went viral. It probably was a 5-yard pass, maybe 10, but we thought it was a 75-yard pass. So it just looks great to not see him in a sling or none of those things. So one day at a time, right? Like Chris said, we're not going to crown him yet. One day at a time. I know Anthony is super, super, super excited to get back. His favorite word to say is excited. So I know he's back. Mentally, he's ready to get back out there. And I think he has so much to prove, and that can make him dangerous. That really can make him dangerous. Not
He
to
already came in with a chip on the shoulder already.
facts. People don't think he could throw, talking about being accurate. He had the injury prone thing, which unfortunately he kind of fell into a little bit. I don't like saying that, but if you're just looking at it, I mean, he didn't finish his rookie year. So, people already, scratching his name out. So I know he's keeping the receipts. So we just got to do right by
Keep
him.
those receipts, young man. Prove them all wrong.
Just got to do right by him and, let him progress and football will be back. And we'll continue to talk about, because each week I think we should just dive deeper into our own free agent potential signings and what we think is a good pickup. Because the one thing that we know, Chris Ballard does love the draft, but I also think that he's to the point, like we said, he's already doing roster turnover from his own drafts. So to continue to build from that perspective is saying that he's going to have the longevity of Bill Polian or something. Like Bill Polian was our GM for fucking all of Peyton Manning's career, 14 years, right? Chris is about half of that. And I'm not saying that he won't do that. I hope the guy continues to be the GM until forever. But you're also playing with house money, thinking that the team, the organization, and whatever is not going to get tired of the mediocrity we've been putting up over the last decade. Because that's going to eventually that'll outweigh how great of a person he is, how great of a football mind he is. If you still are not getting wins, division titles, not even making the playoffs, damn sure not winning playoff games, not even sniffing the Super Bowl, this is a business that requires results. So I don't think his philosophy can be, okay, I'm just going to build it. Like I feel like you're going to have to take this car that's already got some miles on it And you might have to drop a few parts on it, but what we're not gonna do is strip it down to the bare bones and start a restoration
over.
project. No, we're not gonna be able to start a restoration project. Nope. We're gonna have to do this shit like we doing Betty Blue and work over some of the ugly and get her going. You know what I'm saying? Got to work over some of the ugly and get her going. So that's my thoughts on that. Anybody, you got any parting shots before we get out of here? We're 10 minutes over. I blame you.
I think
both of you.
It wasn't this year's end of the press conference. It was last year's where Chris said he's definitely changing his mindset on who he brings in, who he doesn't. I think that continues. I think this year is going to be a big year for him.
Yeah, because I'm going to give you your shine too, Acosta. But you know what? We have talked a lot about, the Colts guys or whatever the fuck we call them. But you know what? That bit us in the ass this year. If we just talked about people getting in trouble, people getting suspended, people getting kicked off the team, holy shit. So we don't necessarily have that I don't know, perfection standard, if you will. Like, oh yeah, these are just the guy. Like, man, and this is no knock on any of the guys. Isaiah Rodgers, Isaiah McKenzie, none of these dudes. None of this is a knock on them. But these guys got in trouble. Sergio Brown, all these dudes got removed off of the team. Mm-hmm. So to say that we're only gonna, that's to me that's a loose one, if that makes sense, right? Like you gotta. If the player's a player, he's a football player. Bring his ass in here, because no more that he got a background. Well, we've had players on our team now that have a background too, and we drafted them, and we thought more of them, and they did what they did that got them. And even Chris said, hey, people make mistakes. So if you could say that about your own draft pick, the own players that you brought in, then you should also be able to say, like, this dude made a mistake. He can be a locker room guy now. Because talent is talent. Unless it's like Antonio Brown or some shit like that. But anyway, so what you got, bro? Because that shit's out of control.
Oh, well, I forgot to ask you this when you're going over your Super Bowl spiel. So I'll ask you it now. How was those street corners on Vegas? Were they pretty profitable for you?
The fuck are you? This mother.
Good night,
bro.
Sammy, take us home. Right.
It does look like you got a new watch on, don't it?
Sammy, take us home.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast and Bill Show on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.